Star Broadcasting Incorporated, this station, or their employees and affiliates.
Welcome to the Eastwood High School commencement ceremony for the class of 2020.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Paloma Palmer, and I am the student body president here at Eastwood High School. Thank you for joining us as we commemorate our class of 2020 graduates. During this unprecedented time, our graduates have shown courage, diligence, and grace. We are proud to call them troopers as we honor them today. Our national anthem will be sung by Nicholas Gallegos, a member of the Eastwood High School Band and Choir. He was also a member of the Texas All-State Tenor Bass Choir his junior year and the Texas All-State Mixed Choir his senior year.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Ladies and gentlemen, please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And now for the Texas Pledge. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible. Please join me in a moment of silence. Thank you.
Eastwood, queen of high schools, home of the troopers bold. We love your colors, bright and glorious, blue and gold. Dear alma mater, glorious, whose memory we hold so true. How can we ever show our pride and faithful gratitude to you? Oh, sing, troopers, sing, the school will always love. Oh, sing, troopers, sing, let your voices soar above, above. Eastwood, queen of high schools, home of the troopers brave, home of the proud and faithful troopers, may your banners always wave. May your banners always wave.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Eastwood High School's 58th graduation ceremony. My name is Martha Perez, and I am the president of the class of 2020. On behalf of myself and my fellow peers, I would like to thank you all for joining us today to celebrate a major milestone in each of these graduates' lives. 59 years ago, Eastwood High School opened its doors to become home of El Paso's finest. I am honored to be standing here today alongside my classmates, continuing the traditions, values, and morals set forth. We are a product of El Paso's finest. The greatest support to the class of 2020 is the faculty and staff of Eastwood High School. Thank you for your support. And now, let's welcome our outstanding principal, Mr. David Boatwright.
Good afternoon. Congratulations on this milestone. This has not been the year we hoped, but that is nothing new for the class of 2020. Many of you were my first graduating class as principal of Eastwood Middle, and you all are my last graduating class at Eastwood High School. I admire the resilience, determination, and courage you have shown. I am proud to be your principal. Your senior year began under the cloud of our city's most tragic event, and then came the loss of Eddie Cruz. Next came the Plano football game ordeal, only to end with unity and kindness. Then, just as things seemed to normalize and heal, COVID-19 appeared. And yet, you have remained a tight-knit group and excelled in every area. Sarunas Budrekas is our first National Merit Scholar in 2 years. 9 Trooper visual artists advanced to the VASE state competition. Stuco and FBLA seniors held offices at the state level. This year has seen cross-country repeat as state champions, and the girls wrestling team brought home a state title. The boys basketball team reached the Sweet 16, and our overall athletic program ranks in the top 10 in Texas. Unfortunately, our baseball, softball, golf, spring tennis, and track teams did not get to see how far they might have gone. As a former athlete and coach, I can only imagine how much that hurt. But through it all, you have stayed the course, remained positive and committed. As you, in some ways, are fortunate, you have seen that life can be thrown into turmoil, and you have learned that it does not break you. You have cared for each other and come through stronger. Driving by campus recently, I noticed a perfect rainbow directly over the school. A rainbow is just a convergence of light and water, giving us a moment of color, but also reminding us to have faith that the storm will pass. It reminded me that this is a special, special place, and that you, the class of 2020, came together here at a difficult time and gave us all some moments of great color and faith to remember. At this time, we have Dr. Xavier De La Torre, Superintendent of Schools for the Ysleta Independent School District, with a special message for the class of 2020.
Greetings, everyone, and welcome to the virtual commencement ceremony for the class of 2020 at the Ysleta Independent School District. It is a privilege to join with our families virtually to commemorate a once-in-a-lifetime milestone, high school graduation. Parents, family, and friends, I understand that this is an unconventional way to celebrate graduation for our seniors. But after all that has happened this year and all that has taken place over the life of this generation, I would propose that unconventional is the best way to celebrate this remarkable group of bright, resourceful, and talented graduates. When the members of our class of 2020 were born, there was nothing conventional about the wounded country that welcomed them following the tragic 9/11 terrorist attacks in New York City. As a country, we were saddened, stunned, and shaken, but there was no stopping the youthful promise of the class of 2020, which would go on to witness such unconventional events as the election of this country's first African-American president, the appointment of the first Hispanic justice on the U.S. Supreme Court, and quite possibly the most revered technological invention of all time, the iPhone. Today, as our graduates prepare to enter the world of adulthood, they have been thrust yet again into a most unconventional circumstance, a pandemic that has disrupted not only the end of their senior year, but life as we all know it. However, this unprecedented time of crisis has also allowed us to witness the impressive resilience, resolve, and perseverance of the class of 2020. Already, you have faced extraordinary circumstances. Already, you have learned to survive dramatic change and thrive in the face of adversity. As a result, the Ysleta Independent School District is confident in its mission to send you out into the world as a successful high school graduate who's prepared to meet the challenges of today's global economy. In your years at Ysleta ISD, you have helped create our legacy as the District of Champions, where our high schools are routinely named among the best high schools in America by the U.S. News and World Report. Our phenomenal sports teams have brought home an outstanding 5 state championships in the past 2 years, as well as numerous individual gold, silver, and bronze medals. Our student musicians, singers, and artists are regularly recognized as among the best in the state and nation for their outstanding performances and artwork. In typical fashion, the talents of the class of 2020 refuse to be confined to convention. Extraordinary events have taken place over your lifetime, and they have uniquely positioned you to set a bold path for your future, one that embraces change, adversity, and opportunity without fear or hesitance. I am reminded today of one of our greatest and most unconventional U.S. presidents, Franklin Delano Roosevelt. He survived the Spanish flu pandemic of 1918 and boldly led his country for a historic 4 terms, despite having polio and lacking the ability to walk or stand on his own in the last 20 years of his life. He once famously observed that throughout history, there seems to be a mysterious cycle in human events. To some generations, much is given. Of other generations, much is expected. What he said next is the message I offer you, class of 2020. This generation of Americans has a rendezvous with destiny. Whether your plans include a post-secondary education, a noble career in military service, or advancement in the profession of your choice, I encourage you to be the master of your destiny, not the victim. Embrace the unconventional adversity before you and transform it into the strength you need to create the future you envision for yourselves. We wish you only the best, and we eagerly await the success you are destined to achieve. Congratulations, class of 2020. We salute you. Go Troop.
It is an honor and privilege to recognize the scholarship and financial aid recipients of the class of 2020. Being awarded a scholarship is one testament of the hard work the class of 2020 has carried throughout their 4 years at Eastwood High School. These students have demonstrated that they possess the ability to remain focused, diligent, and realize the importance of academic success. We are proud of their accomplishments. A total of $23,455,091 was earned by 276 outstanding graduates. This includes all students who received post-secondary financial aid to include scholarships, grants, and military monies, including students who have enlisted in the military service. The top 10% students in Texas may be eligible for automatic admission to any public university in Texas under House Bill 588, passed by the 75th Legislature in 1997. The class of 2020 has 47 students who are graduating in the top 10% of their class and are dressed in white. It is with great honor that I introduce your 2020 top 10 graduates. Please recognize the following students dressed in gold with a trooper clap once their name has been announced. Number 10, the daughter of Michelle and Danielle Rojas, Valerie Rojas. Number 9, the daughter of Alma and Enrique Salinas, Frida Salinas. Number 8, the daughter of Ann Armstrong and Alex Torres, Lauren Torres. Number 7, the son of Eileen and Sergio Garcia, Steven Garcia. Number 6, the son of Gladys Ferrari and Alejandro Delgado, Alessandro Delgado. Number 5, the son of Marlene and Eduardo Gallegos Jr., Nicholas Gallegos. Number 4, the son of Georgina and Edward Lyon Jr., Dimitri Lyon. Number 3, the son of Nacheli and Carlton Matthews, Benjamin Matthews. Number 2, the son of Olivia Vasquez de Corral and Javier Corral, Christian Corral. And number 1, the son of Alma and Arvidas Budrekas, Serenas Budrekas. Thank you.
It is my honor to introduce this year's salutatorian, Mr. Christian Corral.
Hello, everyone. First and foremost, I want to begin this speech by thanking our teachers and staff. They have worked very hard to get us to this important milestone. We celebrate that we're graduating, but they're probably celebrating we're getting out of here. Class of 2020, we made it. I am beyond proud of having met all of you. This class has gone through so much. We got to experience the old Eastwood, the fort, and the new Eastwood. We took on challenges, rejoiced in victory, and commemorated the 23 beautiful souls that were lost this year. And now, we also get to face a pandemic. So I want to thank you. Thank you for becoming the amazing individuals you have become, and for making Eastwood a place where strength and kindness bring everyone together. When I first came to Eastwood during my freshman year, I had no idea how much I would learn. The education we received here goes far beyond knowing the mitochondrial powerhouse of the cell. I know that we will most likely forget some of the things we learned, though. I, for one, already forgot the derivatives of trig functions. But please remember the other special things you learned. Remember how you manage your time to get your assignments done. Remember how hard it is to stay motivated, but how rewarding it feels to succeed. And most importantly, remember the unconditional love your family, friends, and teachers showed you because they believed in you and that you can make a difference in the world one day. Everyone watching this has an unlimited potential that is just waiting to shine. You deserve to celebrate the fact that you got your diploma. Celebrate that your transcripts read that you passed because that means you survived high school. But always remember that you're more than a piece of paper. So please, don't run from challenges. Seek them. Life is too precious to let it pass by without being the best version of yourself. Make the world a better place. Ask questions, innovate, and collaborate. Take the leading role in your life and always do what is right. Thank you, class of 2020. I wish you all the best.
It is my honor to introduce this year's valedictorian, Mr. Sarunas Budrekis.
Good afternoon. On behalf of the Eastwood class of 2020, I want to thank all of the people that have made these last 4 years so excellent. To the school administration for working tirelessly to run Eastwood smoothly, we thank you. To the school faculty and staff for providing us with a top quality education, we thank you. And to the parents that support, sacrifice, and root for us every step of the way, we thank you. And we love you. Dad, I wanted to thank you for teaching me to solve my own problems and helping me fix almost every object I came across, be it a car engine, AC unit, or a laptop. Mom, while I was navigating this crazy thing we call life, you were always there to listen and support me, and I'll never forget that. Let's take a moment to remember the journey that has gotten us here. I remember entering Eastwood's old building as a freshman, watching the swim team do their entertaining speeder runs down the halls, and wondering what force on earth could prompt them to bleach, shave, and mess up their hair so sacrilegiously. I remember the infamous gum tree with generations worth of chewed material stacked on so unceremoniously. I remember making my way through the jam-packed main hallway every day to lunch. But all of this came to an end when it was announced that we were going to be moving into Fort Eastwood, where we had no such problems. We didn't have hallways. We had portables. Our memories of that time largely consist of walking exceedingly long distances to classes and being exposed to elements on the daily. I still remember navigating around the huge puddles that would form on the asphalt. And as we walked, in the distance, we saw the tearing down of the old building and the construction of the new, offering us a glimpse of what the future may hold. And with this new building came a new order of cleanliness and security. Hall monitors were placed at every entrance, urging everyone to wear their IDs, and tardy sweeps occurred at the most inopportune of moments. And of course, the dreaded no food rule that everyone totally didn't break at every opportunity. But try as we might to establish some sense of organization, this last year has had its share of disasters. Between a blackout, 2 floods, and a pandemic, I think it's safe to say we've endured a lot. But what interests me is that this order of events shares a shocking similarity with the stages of growing up. In our childhood, everything is haphazard and inefficient, as was the main hallway. It is messy and absurd, as was the gum tree. And it is carefree and energetic, just like the swim team's antics. But as we reach adolescence, we learn that there is a large amount of freedom to choose your life path, just like the freedom we had getting from point A to point B. We learn to adapt to our consistently changing environment, just like our weather in Fort Eastwood. And we learn that we need to put in work to achieve our goals, just like the distances we walked in between classes. Finally, by adulthood, we understand that there are rules, and lots of them, as reflected by the regulations that we obeyed in our new building. We understand that there may come disasters that we must face, mirroring the great floods of 2019. And yet, even with rules, responsibilities, and the task of solving big problems, we understand that there is a fundamental independence in our decisions, as exemplified by the sneaking of snacks into the school this final year. We have been growing through these stages as we have lived through our high school career. But now, it is time to prepare for our future. So seniors, this is the part of the speech where I tell you what you should do with your life, explain to you that one simple adage that will revolutionize your outlook. But truth be told, I don't know what's best for you. I'm not in the business of making sweeping generalizations, but if you want any advice anytime, feel free to call me. All I can say is that we have done quite a job adapting to the crazy environment that we've lived in. And you know what? According to Darwin, the fittest species is that which is best able to adapt to change. So shout out to the Eastwood class of 2020, perhaps the fittest class there is. There is a reason why they call us El Paso's finest. Thank you.
Dear class of 2020.
Dear class of 2020.
Dear class of 2020.
Dear class of 2020.
We had no idea about the challenges and adversity we were to face during the year as we walked onto campus August 26th.
We were ready to leave our legacy as seniors, as the first to graduate from the newly completed Eastwood.
Senior year was great. We shared many memories such as senior sunrise, class call during pep rallies, and cheering on our fellow troopers in the student section.
2020 was the year in which our athletic program was ranked top 10 in the state.
2020 was the year in which we were ranked as the #1 comprehensive public high school in El Paso.
We made history 2020. We are the only ones who have gone through it all. The historic old building, the famous fort, and the brilliant new building.
We've seen everything, from speedruns freshman year to rainy and snowy days on the fort, to this year starting new traditions and revamping some old ones in our new building.
Our final few months didn't go as planned, but our diligence, our determination, and resilience will forever be known.
We can finish our high school career with the certainty that we will leave our mark at Eastwood in more ways than one.
We did it, 2020. We're the first to go through all the phases of Eastwood. We're the first to finish our high school careers thanks to Zoom. We're the first to remember the old and to embrace the new.
We present to you.
So 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 we present to you.
So, we present to you
The class gift.
The senior gift.
The class gift.
The class gift.
Each year during our graduation ceremony, we present 10 students, 5 male and 5 female students, with a traditional Trooper Award. This award is presented to the students who exemplify the type of individuals we are proud to refer to as El Paso's finest. These students are well-rounded individuals who excel in many areas such as academics, athletics, extracurricular, and community involvement. This year's class is one of a kind. These students have demonstrated their trooper pride in an unprecedented manner, especially with the circumstances not optimal. These are 10 troopers who are representative of those who stepped up and accepted the responsibility to demonstrate leadership for the students at Eastwood High School. A driven and inspired young woman who is reliable, enthusiastic, and caring. With a positive attitude, a bright smile, a creative flair for language, and an open heart, Lauren Torres has represented Eastwood High School and El Paso all over the country honorably. She will be attending the University of Texas in the fall. This young man is a gentle giant in the classroom, and at 6'4", he is a beast on the basketball court who led the team to the Sweet 16 appearance in the state playoffs. He will be playing basketball for either Sol Ross or Our Lady of the Lake. Mitchell Martinez, be fierce on the court and kind to everyone as you were here. Eastwood will miss you on the basketball court and in the hallways. Leadership quality defines this woman. She has provided it through the upheaval of change over the last few years here at Eastwood. Her passion, reliability, and quest for perfection in all her pursuits have inspired and sustained both students and staff alike. Olivia Neufeld has been instrumental in the spirit and tradition of Eastwood through trying times. This young man has been a vital part of Eastwood. He has consistently modeled the trooper spirit and determination to get the job done right. He brings creativity, kindness, and commitment to everything he touches. Mateo Zay, your influence and passion will be felt long after you've taken your final bow at Eastwood High School. This young lady has presence. She shows up and works, and her presence is everywhere. Her passion and energy were vital in maintaining the heartbeat of the most spirited campus in El Paso, where there was no campus. She will attend Texas A&M in the fall. Your student body president and your Miss Blue and Gold 2020, Paloma Palmer. A young man who has earned the title of Mr. Reliable, he has made himself an indispensable part of the student experience at Eastwood. He is ready and willing to volunteer, organize, and work on whatever project arises. When stress is high, he is a positive, steady, encouraging force. Jaime Mata is, as Ms. Oropesa puts it, a lifesaver. This young lady is small but mighty. She was wrestling captain for 4 years, carrying a 3.7 grade point average. She exhibited strong leadership skills as a student council member. She was the 2020 district, regional, and state wrestling champion. She has signed a letter of intent to attend Life University in Marietta, Georgia. Angelina Prado, Eastwood High School, rests assured that you will continue to make us proud. As a captain of the football team and a rare 3-year starter, this young man is the epitome of what we look for in a student athlete at Eastwood. His commitment to excellence, leadership, and competitive greatness is unmatched in all that he sets his mind to. While we all wish to make a positive impact on our students, he has had a significant positive effect on his coaches and teachers. Isaac Pedregon, Eastwood thanks you for your many contributions. This young lady wears a beautiful smile each and every day. She can be found at a podium during pep rallies representing student council. She currently is the student council vice president and is the right hand when the president is away. Her bubbly personality and can-do attitude make her a joy to work with in class. She is energetic and doesn't let obstacles get in her way, personally or academically. This award recipient is Stephanie Alvarado, a young woman we are sure will contribute to the success of her community with her many organizational skills and her innate ability to lead. This young man is the founder and president of the Game Design Club, which began with him and one other student, opening a door to our many students and students at other schools. He has been accepted into the NASA summer program and is a 2-time VEX Robotic West Texas champion. We look forward to seeing him as a CEO someday, or better yet, owning his own company. The only 2020 Ysleta Independent School District recipient of the National Merit Scholar, Eastwood's very own Sarunas Budrekas. As the principal of Eastwood High School, I certify that these students have met all requirements of the Ysleta Board of Trustees and the Texas Education Agency and are certified to receive their diploma. It is my pleasure to introduce our area trustee, Mr. Mike Rosales, who will accept the class of 2020.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It is an honor to help celebrate our graduates' successful journey with the Ysleta Independent School District. I'd like to begin by saying the one thing that has been on my mind, in the minds of many, who know, love, and support a trooper in the class of 2020. You are amazing. You are among the most determined, talented students of your generation. You made it through an extensive renovation of this campus, patiently spending 2 years in portable classrooms. Do you recall Fort Eastwood? Now, as you complete your high school education, we're fighting a pandemic. All of this has made you, class of 2020, one of the most remarkable graduating classes from Eastwood High School. Your family, your friends, your school, your district take great pride in your accomplishments today. And we see nothing but opportunity in the bright future that lies ahead of you. To the staff and faculty and administration of Eastwood High School, we owe you a huge debt of gratitude. You went above and beyond this spring to make sure that the educational needs of all the students were met when schools closed in March. Your dedication to students was exceptional, and the Board of Trustees extends our deepest thanks and appreciation for all you do. Class of 220, or shall I say class of 2020, you are truly El Paso's finest. The time has come for you to join the ranks of successful Eastwood alumni everywhere. And it is with great pleasure to announce that you have successfully completed your education at Ysleta Independent School District. And now, Mr. Boatwright, if I may, on behalf of the Board of Trustees, I hereby accept that these students have fulfilled the requirements of the Texas Education Agency and are eligible to graduate. Congratulations, troopers. Best wishes Good luck to the class of 2020. Thank you.
At this time, we will introduce the class of 2020 graduates whose names will be read by faculty member Ruli Medrano, a 1986 Eastwood graduate. As students walk the stage, they will move their tassel from right to left of their motorboard. This represents the accomplishments of the student and celebrates their transition into adulthood.
Sharunas Budrekis. Christian Javier Corral. Benjamin Liam Matthews. Dimitri Edward Richard Lyon. Nicholas Aiden Gallegos. Alessandro Marcelo Delgado. Stephen Aaron Garcia. Lauren Alexia Torres. Frida Sunny Salinas. Valerie Danielle Rojas. Cassandra Barua Reyes. Ariana Victoria Benedict. Reno Miguel Garces Calo. Agustin Alexis Carrion Padilla. Ziana Casas. Cristian Ruben Chavez. Aaron Christian Delgadillo. Nicole Christine DeRowan. Camila Duran. Daisy Emily Enriquez. Taylor Christelle Estrada. Melody Rianne Geiger. Samantha Nell Hernandez. Diego Iturriaga. Haley Simone Lechuga. Tristan Joseph Loesch. Mariana Lucero. Matthew Joshua Martinez. Mitchell Brennan Martinez. Dennis Miller. Angelina Montoya. Mayan Ling Moody. Isabel Moreno. Danel Adriel Munoz Silva. Emily Islahi Ocon. Juan Angel Olmos. Meadow Ashley Ortiz. Martha Alyssa Bettis. Samantha Camille Ramos. Cheyenne Elise Reveles. Brandon Michael Reyes. Bella Soleil Salem. Nangquan Tan Chen. Maciel Velarde. Mateo Raúl Zay. Sydney Marie Acevedo. Arixi Acosta. Isaac Rene Acosta. Vanessa Acosta. Brianna Adame. Martín Raúl Aguilar. Sierra Sky Aguilar. James Enrique Bowman. Nivri Rebecca Aguirre Castillo. Julio Cesar Aldaco. Angelica Lucia Alderete. Stephanie Amber Alvarado. Thelma Sofia Amparan. Maria Victoria Andara Vilches. Xavion Herbert Tamara Anderson. Sergio Eduardo Andrade. Alexa Sofia Andrade Fuentes. Isaac Michael Apodaca. Cassandra Aranda. Jasmine Dominique Aranda. Andrea Armendariz. Marcos Alberto Armendariz. Victoria Eileen Armijo. Alejandro Gabriel Ariola. Aaron Jacob Atchison. Matthew Philip Avila. Nina Isabel Baca. Rebecca Nicole Badillo. Sasha Talia Bajek. Destiny Marie Banda. Idalis Love Barajas. Lauren Alexis Barlow. Larry Michael Barajas. Kevin Martin Barragan. Henry Joel Loduca Barrera. Hannah Jordan Barron. Mia Deja Barron. Xavier David Beltran. Brianna Estelle Betances. Samantha Nicole Bonilla. Nevea Adam Borrego. Miguel Ángel Bretado. Bianca Lizette Briseño. Anaisel Brito. Isaiah Brito. Jonafor Yule Bryant. Aurora Burciaga. Mark Anthony Buster. Cassandra Nicole Cadena. Margarita Camacho. Mercedes Raquel Camacho. Ariana Nicole Campa. Mateo Alfonso Campa. Victoria Campos. Brianna Maria Cano. Patricio Cano. Nathan Carranza. Jonathan Ryan Carrasco. Samuel Carrejo. Antonio Justice Casagnol. Christian Abel Castañeda. Gabriel Moliano Castillo. Angelina Jolie Castillo. Mario Ivan Castillo. Mary Kate Castillo. Alec Daniel Castro. Dania Alessandra Castro. Ryan Patrick Cataldi. Brianna Alexis Cedillo. Callista Jocelyn Cervantes. Eileen Chavaria Salcido. Carlos Adrián Chávez. Edgar Chávez. Jacqueline Denise Chavez. Michael Aaron Chavez. Rebecca Eileen Chavez. Stephanie Chavez. Yair Erasmo Chavez Melendez. Jorge Ángel Chavez Ponce. Jessica Talia Chavira. Elsa Paola Claudis. Andre Ethan Collins. Mariposa Alyssa Conant. Antonio Jose Conant Vasquez. Jared Anthony Concha. Giovanni Contreras. Amanda Lynn Coons. Jose Antonio Cordova. Carla Michelle Cordova. Francisco Eduardo Corona. Kimberly Diana Corral. Pablo Ernesto Corral. Abraham Evaristo Cruz. Elise May Cruz. Adrián Cuevas. Luke McCain Custer. Jesse Thomas Darcy. Daniel Jacob Davila. Ava Renee Deanda. Victoria De Lucio. Esmeralda Maribel de Santiago. Mercedes Rain Deck. Andromeda Sky Delaney. Gabrielle Lauren Delegado. Luciano Aurelius Delgado. Genevieve Gianna Diaz. Nicholas D'Artagnan Diaz. Deja Renee Dickerson. Alexis Carolina Dominguez. Alyssa Irene Dominguez. Dana Isabel Dominguez. Jasmine Michelle Dominguez. Mireya Isabella Trinidad Dominguez. Noelia Beatriz Dominguez. Carla Fabiola Don Lucas. Marcus Rene Dorado. Leslie Duarte. Veronica Elizabeth Duarte. Philip Alexander Duncan. Jamela Ashandi Dunn Moody. Joshua Rene DuPont. Lisandra Michelle Duron. Cristina Alejandra Enriquez. Jimena Enriquez. Jameli Escobedo. Noah Nicholas Espinosa. Cesar Antonio Estrada. Gabriel Estrada. Gabriela Abigail Estrada. Noah Isaiah Eusebio. Zachary Alexander Farley. Wyona Renee Franco. Brianna Michelle Frausto. Julio Andres Galinto. Julian Galvan. Adam Christopher Garcia. Aine Garcia. Emmanuel Gadiel Garcia. Catherine Garcia. Lauren Marie Garcia. Matthew Ernesto Garcia. Nicholas Andrew Garcia. Elisa Consuelo Garza. Daniela Isabel Gijon. Jose Gabriel Jinete. Ricardo Cesar Gomez. Brian Elian Gonzalez. Christopher Diego Gonzalez. Daniel Guatemoc Gonzalez. Brian Paul Goslin. Aaliyah Jaylene Govea. Valeria Susana Gracia. Mark Brandon Graham. Sarah Pearl Graham. Sarah Gabrielle Granado. Ethan Alfredo Guerrero. Enrique Ricardo Gurola. Alexa Danelle Gutierrez. Justin Gutierrez. Jose Carlos Arices. Kevin Robert Hart. Gigid Hey Chen. Aaron Michael Hernandez. Amirani Fernanda Hernandez. Deborah Alejandra Guerrero. Angel Antonio Flores Rocha. Dominic Andrew Hernandez. Isaiah Elijah Hernandez. John Cameron Hernandez. Nicholas David Hernandez. Nicolás Sergio Hernandez. Rubén Adrián Hernandez. Dariam Itzel Hernandez Muñoz. Yanaí Tayili Hernandez Muñoz. Aaron Felipe Herrera. Freddy Josué Herrera. Mariana Eugenia Herrera. Fabian Xavier Hijar. Esteban Ulises Holguín. Ariana Nicole Hutterer. Alexa Jacqueline Ibarra. Caleb Isaiah Ibarra. Josmar Ibarra Meraz. Maritza Iglesias. Andrea Renee Imai. Marco Andres Iniguez. Sofia Iniguez. Armando Jayan Irizarry. Ashlyn Nicole Jenkins. Dylan Jiang. Giovanna Nicole Jimenez. Christian Kai Johnson. Lauren Renee Johnson. Victor Manuel Juarez. Sebastian Matthias Kays. Elijah Joaquin Landeros. Joseph Raiden Lane. Devin Rebecca Lantrip. Karina Del Mar Leon Prieto. Sydney Janelle Lerma. Enrique Lira. Jacqueline Loera. Travis Riley Flores Logan. Brandy Ann Lopez. Gerardo Aron Lopez. Grecia Lopez. Javier Lopez. Carlo Daniel Lorente Zarate. Aiden Drake Lozano. Christian Lozano. Christopher Emmanuel Lucero. Catherine Marie Lucero. Armando Miguel Lujan. Jessica Faith Lujan. Ashley Nicole Luna. Ryan Leo Maganda. Olga Marianne Marco. Amarani Marie Marquez. Jorge Eduardo Marquez. Ariel Hazel Martinez. Deborah Viviana Martinez. Destiny Andrea Martinez. Isaiah Noé Martinez. Misael Martinez. Victoria Eve Martinez. Jose Andres Maciel. Alexis Nicole Matamoros. Jaime Mata. Eileen Marie McLean. Athena Esmeralda Medina. Cameron Elise Medina. Nadia Mandy Medrano. Jinhei May. Alyssa Alizaye Melendez. Aaliyah Michelle Mendoza. Alan Mendoza Signs. Joel Rodrigo Meraz. Diego Ismael Mesa. Blaze Alexander Mijares. Jenna Renee Millan. Andrea Victoria Miramontes. Mario Antonio Monroy. Alejandro Montoya. Carlos Antonio Morales. Jasmine Marie Morales. Isaac Bailey Moreno. Catherine Elizabeth Moreno Salcido. Jesus Eduardo Muñoz. Tiffany Amber Murillo. Jorge Antonio Navar. Alyssa Renee Navarro. Olivia Josephine Neufeld. Lauren Alexis Nieto. Ruby Araceli Ochoa. Diana Isabel Ojeda. Karime Isela Olivares. Olivia Renee Ordonez. Daniel Orozco. Sean Jacob Ortega. Paloma Isabella Palmer. Marilyn Bayan. Caitlin Riley Payne. Benjamin Baz. Andrew Nathan Pedregon. Isaac Paul Pedregon. Amaya Yvonne Perez. Adianiza Perez. Elias Nieves Perez. Patrick Joseph Perez Renteria. Sebastian Ponce de Leon. Angelina Joe Prado. Axel Preciado Valdiviez. Alessandra Puentes. Kenneth Alec Quiñones. Victor Quintanilla. Jaden Nicole Quiroz. Sabrina Marie Robb. Crystal Jenna Ramirez. Danielle Marie Ramirez. Francis Caitlin Ramirez. Michelle Ramirez. Marcus Denzel Ransom. Ashley Nicole Reynolds. Noreen Rios. Victoria Rios. Zipporah Nera Rose Rios. Sofia Renee Rivera. Mia Ray Rodarte. Carlos Jesus Rodriguez. Carolina Rodriguez. Alan Isaac Rodriguez. Carlos Roberto Rora. Angela Valeria Rodriguez. Kayla Alyssa Rodriguez. Valerie Arim Rodriguez. Victoria Nicole Rodriguez. America Esmeralda Rodriguez Corral. Aaron Abraham Reyes. Daniela Rico. Jesus Gilberto Rodriguez Montenegro. Emma Gabriela Rojas. Hazel Marie Rojas. Carlos Gabriel Rojas Aguirre. Faith Elise Romero. Michaela Ray Romero. Celeste Roque. Isaiah Rosales. Evan J. Rueda. Karime Carmen Rubalcaba. Geraldine Adriana Ruard. Orlando Ruiz. Santiago de Jesus Ruiz. Emmanuel Lorenzo Sainz. David Andrew Salais. Lauren Elizabeth Salas. Alicia Esperanza Salgado. Elena Salgado. Sebastian Savian Samble. Fernanda Sanchez. Maya Nicole Sanchez. Osvaldo Xael Sanchez. Sebastián Jesus Sánchez Carrera. Diego Andrés Sánchez Fuentes. Adrián Sánchez Cortés. Angel Isaac Santos. Jaime Jaime Sapien. David Maximilian Schuckett. Paola Yvonne Sosa. Liam Caleb Soto. Emily Danielle Serna. Jacob Swafford. Joshua Israel Ruiz. Kaylee Amber Smith. Ryan James Serrano. Krista Nicole Rubio. Isabella Cifuentes. Yvette Cifuentes. Ruby Tapia Rodriguez. Zoe Seraphim Thompson. Ashley Giovanna Torres. Cody Lee Torres. Edna Melissa Torres. Samantha Torres. Raúl Daniel Tercero. Jimena Torres Martinez. Yara Amanda Torres. Bianca Monique Toscano. Megan Haiti Tovar. Stephen Nathaniel Subia. Damian Valdez. Emily Alejandra Valdivieso. Ashley Michelle Valladares. Alexa Yvette Valles. Sebastian Gerardo Valles. Jimmy Frank Vance. Justice Xavier Vargas. Evelyn Alexa Vasquez. Abigail Rose Vega. Leticia May Vega. Gareli Salem Vega Lara. Daniela Michelle Vela. Damon Joey Velasco. Myra Guadalupe Velasquez. Evan Vicencio. Christopher Valenzuela. Gabriela Marie Vieira. Alyssa Jade Vigliante. Julian Efren Villalobos. Christina Inez Vinalai. Rogelio Abraham Vizcara. Zindel Addison Voldal. Ashley Michelle Walker. Samantha Nicole Waltman. Elizabeth Anna Marie Ward. Lauren Haley West. Domitila Nancy Rose Weston. Michaela Mylin Williams. Christopher Tyler Wilmon. Diana Maria Wood. Enrique Wolfolk Miramontes. Xochitl Zarate. Nilufar Zarin Zare Chalestori. Jorge Julian Zavala. Adrian Cruz. And there you have the mighty Eastwood Trooper class of 2020.
Congratulations, class of 2020. You will shine on forever in our hearts. Thank you all for watching. Go Troop.